people, welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. Hello, beautiful people, welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk, these are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, Boogie down Bronx.
Oh, sorry, y'all. Look at me, already starting off crazy for the crazy energy we got going here. Everybody take a deep breath. Let me get my mic back together because I done knocked it off the shelf. Take a sip of your water, stay hydrated. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx. And I'm here to take care of everybody who's watching. I'm going to do some human design messages in this reading, too. Everybody who's watching for the Uranus, North Node, Mars, conjunction in Taurus. Okay, this is a big one. Uranus and North Node do not conjunct very often, every 10 to 15 years or so. So this is really, really interesting at 18 degrees, which is also known as a diabolical degree, 18 and 22 degrees, which means it is very, very significant, very impactful, very life-changing. And so if you have any placements in Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio from about 15 to 20 degrees in your chart or in your houses, then you may feel the effects of this transit the most. It is at its highest peak right now, probably all conjunct like 18 degrees, but we will feel this throughout the first half of August. So definitely take notes on what has happened leading up to this point, as well as what happens by mid-August, even going into the rest of the year. For fixed signs, because fixed signs, we have another eclipse in Taurus, Taurus and Scorpio, 2 eclipses, the last 2 of the year. And I think I want to say October and November. Yes. I know November 8th is the last wrap up. So fixed signs, we're still chugging along. So, just apply this to the rest of the year for fixed signs. For everybody else, if you don't have like fixed signs as like a prominent sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars energy, then, this period is significant. It's significant for all of us, but more so for the fixed placements. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Let's see what else. I have a few other announcements to make before we get into some more stuff here. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, you guys. Bear with me. I just woke up and I was like, I want to do this video for everybody. See, let's do a check-in video to start the week off right. But yeah, so I'm about to go on vacation. I'm about to go to Jamaica. And so you will not be seeing me as much in August unless you're on my Patreon. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys. So I am taking a break from my regular YouTube content, but I am going to be very, very active on my Patreon as far as posting readings go. So you can subscribe in the description box down below if you want to continue watching my readings. I am going to be active on my other platforms as well, TikTok, Twitter and stuff like that, Instagram. I changed my Instagram name. It's BX Knows Best, but on TikTok and Twitter, it's still Tarot by Bronx. So follow me on my other platforms. Please, 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 because you don't want to miss the good stuff I have outside of YouTube. I am trying to do other things outside of YouTube for when I come back and doing some rebranding and things like that. So bear with me as I take this much needed rest, this much needed break. I never take extended breaks, so longer than 2 weeks. But I am this month. Okay, so just wanted to give you a heads up and inform you all of what's going on with me and where you can find me at. If you don't see my content on YouTube, you're like, where's Bronx? Bronx is on Patreon. Bronx is on TikTok. Bronx is on Twitter. Bronx is on Instagram. Bronx is in Jamaica. Okay, so we're just doing different things here, guys. And follow me on the other places so you don't miss out. Because I've already updated my TikTok. My TikTok and my Patreon. I did a lot of information on my Patreon yesterday and the other days this week about this transit. So if you want to read more in depth, please go to Patreon. It's only $7 a month. All right. So we're going to tap into this now. Let's see. I had a dream about this transit. So I wanted to share you guys a little bit of what the dream was telling me. So when I was waking up, it was telling me to focus on win-win scenarios and reciprocity or reciprocation, which means like when you focus on a win-win scenario, it's like when you offer your services do it in exchange for something, right? So a lot of people do like free services, free things like that. But it was saying in the dream to more so focus on like, okay, what can I get in return and what can I give you? So it's like you're not just grabbing, you're not just taking, you're not just giving, but you are focusing on, okay, I'll do this for me, you do this for me, I scratch your back, you scratch my back, and that's really what the message was. So now for this week ahead, let's get some energy for what is it that we really need to focus on letting go for this big conjunction. What is the energy we need to let go of for everyone? And then I will break it down into human design messages. If you don't know your type, go to the description box down below with the link that says humandesign.com/Bronx something and get your type. If you want to know more, get an extended report. Highly recommend. I have one, and I spent about 2 hours looking through the whole thing. Surrender your ego. Life is happening for you, not to you. Ego is going to play a very big part in how quickly or smoothly we're able to transition and move through any unexpected things that come up in our lives this week or moving into the next few weeks. So this card came out in the August predictions. If you haven't seen the monthly August predictions, go check those out as well. And let's see anything else we need to know for this week for everyone here. With my blunt oracle, we have ancestral communication. So the ancestors are communicating with us. Oh, happy day. Self-love is top tier. Abundance of flowing in. These are the same cards that came out literally for the August. Your insecurities are showing. I don't know if that card came out, did it? For the August. I know surrender, wonder, and all came out. I remember self-love. I don't remember if self-love came out. I know abundance came out. Absolutely 100% sure. But for this week, guys, surrender your ego, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So ego is the primary source of what we could be getting wrapped up in as to why things are happening to us or why things are not happening to us. If they're not happening for us, we're kind of like, well, what's wrong with me? Why am I not getting XYZ? Is there somebody better? Is that, all these questions. Or if something does happen to you, your ego gets wrapped up in it as well. Like, why does this only happen to me? Why do bad things always happen? And why am I being singled out? That's all ego stuff. So working through that and trying to remove yourself from the situation, whatever it is, even though it may affect you personally, it may not have been caused by you personally. I hope that makes any sense. Or it may not be directly about you, even though if it's happening to you. Let's move on. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So we have to practice a lot of letting go of control and just letting things be, letting life, and stop pushing for everything we want all the time and letting things just flow in and out and in and out. But ego, effortlessness, open to the magic of every moment, sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. All right. So keeping an open mind basically is what it's saying here. But a lot of abundance is coming in for things you deserve, celebration, and try not to self-sabotage because your insecurities will start to show. I know it was talking about self-esteem here when I was doing my August predictions on here. So be careful of your insecurity starting to show when you see somebody else getting something that you really wanted. You're going to get something too. You're going to get your own abundance. So you don't have to be, focusing on what other people got going on because you're going to get your own. You're in your own lane. Ancestral communication. Pay attention to 333. All right. 333. Okay. So now that we have kind of the general energies here, we're going to break it down and move into the human design portion of the reading. So I hope you guys have your type right in front of you, or you know your type, or you've Googled it before I got to this point. All right. My hands are still waking up, so bear with me. Let's see. I want to do Manifestor, Reflector, MG, Generator, then Projector. Or MG and G together, depending. All right, so let's go. Manifestors. What do manifestors need to know for this conjunction? Junction. What's your function? If you don't know that song, you're too young. And I'm not even that old. But if you don't know that song, you are way too young. What does manifestor energy need to know at this point for this conjunction? The timing is right. Go for it. You have guilt. Release that guilt. What does manifestor energy need to know for this time, test, or lesson? The guilt is a test to see if you will play it small. You have not worth it. Not worth feeding into the guilt, maybe. Dreams. No. Okay. Why is no here? Why is a no card here? For manifestors. New job or increase. Okay. Some of you are about to get a new job or increase. You have communication. We know manifestor strategy is to inform and to initiate. So informing is always the first part. Inform anybody who this will impact. And it is supposed to impact people. It is supposed to repel people. It is supposed to make people question. It's supposed to make people challenge you. It is. Is what manifestors are here to do, is to impact, whether that be in a positive way or a negative way. You are supposed to leave an impact to trigger responses in other people. That's what you do. Okay, you have asked for help on the bottom. So for some of you manifestors, you have been thinking of a big move, a big plan, a shift, something that you want to do, initiate in your life, a new job, a new business, an increase of some kind, or whatever you're about to do is going to lead you to that increase over the next several weeks. But you have to inform people of what you need if you need help in carrying out this project. See if you can get people on board. Be like, this is what I'm doing. Would you like to be a part of it? Or I need some help with this and that and the third. And that's how you find your people to support you, because your energy is only for initiating. It's not for sustaining. So if you're going to create a company or you're creating something that's going to need hands on deck, you need to make sure that you're informing people that you need this. You need people that are interested. You need generators that are excited to help you carry out this vision, and they'll sustain the vision because they're excited about it. All right. Ask for help in that way. But yeah, the timing is right for you manifestors to get started, to move forward, and to get rid of some guilt. Manifestors do tend to carry a lot of guilt around because you have been told your whole life to not do this, to do this, told what to do all the time. And so when you finally make decisions for yourself, it does come with some guilt. It comes with some shame. It comes with, you're going to affect someone, but this isn't the test or the lesson. It's not worth it to minimize yourself at the expense of the guilt, because long term, this guilt will not even matter. When you actually see the increase, when you get to where you want to be, that guilt is going to just fly out the window. The guilt is very, very temporary. It's just because this is something new, or you've been manipulated, or you've been gaslighted most of your life or your whole life into doing what other people want you to do. But your communication is what makes your dreams come true. Some of you have dreams, whether that you had literal dreams or you just have visions for your future. And communication helps you carry out those visions. So manifestors do get afraid of other people stealing the ideas or evil eye and things like that. But you are still meant to inform. You don't have to inform every detail. You don't have to inform people that it's not going to affect at all. Just inform those who you would like to help you with this or support you in it. Or you're informing people that it will impact, to kind of cushion that blow of like, I'm just letting you know this is what I'm doing. So carry on. That's what you do. But don't be afraid of it, if that rejection feeling, or feeling like, oh, because people reject me, that means I'm not supposed to do this. No, manifestors are going to be rejected no matter what. You're going to be rejected. It's something that you're going to have to take your ego out of and know it's not personal. It's just the way the energetics work. And rejection does not mean to not do it, because whatever you originally wanted to do is always what you were supposed to do as a manifester. And this can apply to MG, manifesting generator, as well, in response though. So you can't just get up and initiate and whatever, just waking up in the morning with nothing to respond to like manifestors can. But in response, this all still applies to you. So we'll go over that later. But letters in name, E, P, F, or D. This could be letters in your name as confirmation, or letters in someone else's name that you will need to inform or communicate with. But yeah, so the timing is right for you manifestors to do something huge. This conjunction is really working in your favor, especially if you got Taurus placements. Move. Go ahead and initiate, go ahead and inform, and do what you need to do. Okay, don't worry about the rejection. The repelling is a good sign. It means that you are leaving an impact, which means that you are living out your life purpose. If you're not impacting, if you're not repelling, it means you're not living to your fullest capacity as a manifester. That is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to turn people off, and you're supposed to turn people on. It's just a matter of who that is. Okay, so you don't get to choose who you turn off and turn on, unfortunately. So now we have reflectors. What do we have for reflectors? What's the big energy for reflectors in human design for this conjunction? They miss you, not worth it. Somebody misses you. Many of you are going to be having new love or a renewal of a sense of love. Inner child trauma. What else for reflectors? Manager. Some of you are going to move up as a manager or manage your own thing. You also have rejection. What else do we have for past life? Some past life coming up, some past life stuff or some past things. Anything else about this rejection for reflectors here? Move on. Okay, some of you have been stuck on this past energy for a while. This past person, this past life, something about rejection for you, reflectors. Okay, and you're stuck on it. And this could be from way, way back, like from your parents rejecting you first, or not accepting you, not understanding you, not taking the time out to really know who you are, or get to know all your various personalities, all the sides of you. And so now you have this fear of rejection. For many of you, you have this deep-rooted fear that everybody's going to ignore you, dismiss you, not see you, put you to the side, right? But some of you this could either be the new love, or this is the past person that made you feel rejected. Fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Look out for that person. Somebody is coming towards you that has fire placements or is a fire sun. Or somebody from your past is going to come back and say that they miss you. I don't know what my cat is doing in the bathroom, but it sounds like he's tearing some stuff up. So anyways, yeah, so this past energy, either the new love is going to trigger the past energy, or the past energy is going to come back and trigger you, reflectors. But whatever it is, it's not worth feeding into. The new love, I don't feel like is what I'm talking about. You can feed into the new love. I feel like it wants you to move forward. It's telling you to move on. But something about this new person may trigger your past insecurities of feeling ignored and neglected and dismissed and all that stuff. But Spirit is telling you it's time to move on from that. It's time to really put yourself out there. Sometimes we have this tendency of like removing ourselves before other people can remove us. And so just be careful of doing that, reflectors, where you tend to actually hide yourself so nobody will reject you or anything like that. But then ultimately you end up rejecting yourself, and you get rejected anyway because people don't know that you're there because you've hidden yourself out of fear of being hidden. You get what I'm saying? You see how that can just go full circle. So keep in mind those subconscious patterns of like, oh, I'm going to get rejected anyway, so let me reject myself. Let me hide myself so I don't even get to that point. It's time to let that go. It's time to let that go because somebody is going to be very attracted to you. It's going to surprise you, I feel like. because you are showing up, you are putting yourself out there, you're not hiding yourself due to this inner child trauma of feeling like, let's just put you aside here. And the more you express yourself, the more you come out of hiding, the more you're seen, because reflectors are meant to reflect and share wisdom in light. You guys have the most wisdom because you have the most open centers. All right. Light or colored hair. So doing something different with your hair may make you stand out as well. But we need to overcome this fear of rejection because of what happened in the past, and really tap into why we reject ourselves. I made a tweet about this yesterday. We reject ourselves. We abandon ourselves in hopes that other people will see us as not. I forgot what I tweeted. But we reject ourselves, and we try to convince other people not to abandon us as a result, and that causes us to stay in this cycle of abandonment, because we're too busy abandoning ourselves in order to convince other people to not abandon us and that we are worthy of not being abandoned. Go figure. That's how our minds work, right? So that's what we have here for you, reflectors. Now, moving on to generator and MG. I'll do all the cards together, but I'll explain a little bit different for the same two cards for manifestors trying to come out. I'll explain a little bit different for MG because you guys are the hybrid. Okay, so generator and manifesting generator, rest. That's a word you don't like very much, some of you. Proposal. Who's getting married? Generator and manifesting generator for the Uranus North Node conjunction. We have some unfinished business here that is coming up. Think before you act. What's the unfinished business here? Some of you are going to have a lot of proposals that come up, or offers, things to respond to. What is the unfinished business here for generator and MG? Oh. Is there someone better? Hold on, holiday. Wait, let me get a little bit more for MG and generator. Closure or completion. Okay, something is about to be completed this week or this month where it's like you finally, it's really up to you how you want to do it. You also got light or colored hair. So you may be thinking about going lighter, or you will color your hair a different color. I want to get more clarity on this unfinished business. One more card for unfinished business. Small business. Liar. Whoa. Okay. So I do feel like you're going to get some type of proposal, whether that be, it feels more so like a relationship proposal, like an offer extended to you of some kind. But some of you are like really trying to prioritize rest right now. So you might not be in a place where you can fully accept this offer, right? Or spirit wants you to really rest, or make sure that you will be in a place where you can continue to rest, because generators also, we don't really know when enough is enough, because we always have energy when we're doing the right work. We always feel like we need to be doing something. We need to be moving. And it's not necessarily a part of conditioning. I mean, it kind of is, but it's different. It's more so just like, we just always have this energy that we need to get out of our bodies. And so we don't know how to sometimes prioritize rest. For the most part, we can keep going because we always have that self-sustainable energy for long periods of time. But some of you are going to have some unfinished business come back around with a past person here. And self-love will be top tier to kind of reject this person, so to speak. I feel like it's telling you to put yourself first in this situation. Whatever self-love looks like to you. That means standing your ground. That means like really putting your foot down and closing this chapter. Because this is the time to do it. North Node, Uranus, Mars. Right? That's all about our future, North Node. So if you don't see somebody in your future, if you don't see something long-term with somebody, what is the point? What is the point of welcoming them back with open arms if you're just going to have to close the chapter? Somebody coming back around, they may not even be telling the truth about apologizing or They have this tendency to lie. But an offer is coming. You have some unfinished business that's popping back up in order for you to clear it and then move forward. And it's not going to be something easy. I feel like this is something that's going to be a little tricky for you because unfinished business is often something that it is hard. It's hard to put to the back burner. It's hard to fully close the door because we would have already done that. But Spirit is saying if there is a person that comes towards you with some unfinished business or saying, hey, do you want this offer? All offers are not good offers. All things to respond to are not things you need to respond to. So just know that you are being protected here, right? You're being protected, or you may find out that somebody was lying to you, generators. It is best to kind of put that chapter to a close and focus on other things. There will be more offers. There will be more proposals. Create an ancestor altar for you to connect with your ancestors and get direct communication. Fame and fortune could be on the forefront for you guys this week as well. Or us, because I am also... Oh, and from the manifesting generator perspective, this is a little bit different. It's important that you do inform. You have to inform. After you get something to respond to, right? After you get something to respond to, recognition. Some of us are really going to be, hey, vacation, that's me. You have they will reach out at the top. So somebody could be reaching out to you. But for manifesting generator specifically, it's important that you inform somebody that it's over. Okay? You can respond to this video if you think of somebody. If you know that you have some unfinished business with somebody, tell them that it's over. Okay? Inform them that the chapter is closed, that the door is closed. So you can just move forward. Or if not, you're going to keep hitting that resistance with this person or these past things, quitting a job. Inform somebody that, hey, this is what I'm doing now. This is over. I'm ending this. I'm doing this now. Or I'm in this new thing. That will help you a lot. And generators, you do that in response to something that pops up. If somebody still assumes that you guys are entangled, tell them, hey, we're not entangled. Unhand me. Unhand me, you heathen. That's all you got to say. And they will let you go, hopefully. All right. So last but not least, Projector. Projector. What do we have for Projector? Life purpose. A lot of us are stepping into our life purpose. Not us, but y'all. I'm not Projector. I am Generator. What else do we have for Projector? Death or rebirth. Tell me more about Projector. We have guilt. Why does the Projector feel guilty? So you and Manifestors both feel guilty. Manifest. Rejection. Meant to be. Some of you have to reject certain things. Now, Projectors, I tell you guys all the time that you are meant to be very selective with what you do. Who you do. Where you are. Tell me about not the right time. Tell me about not the right time. I feel like some of you guys are going to be rejecting something. I feel like you're going to be rejecting. You have to reject something in order to pursue something else. And it's a similar message kind of to generators, but I mean more so like you feel guilty. You feel guilty for rejecting invites or turning down offers. And that is very, very common for projectors to feel guilty. You are supposed to feel some sort of guilt at first because if you're not used to turning down things for your highest good, then obviously you're going to feel some guilt or you'll feel bad for rejecting somebody or, there's this sense of you've been rejected before. You know how it feels. You don't want anybody to feel like that, but try to fight that temptation of guilt of only accepting offers because somebody is guilting you into accepting it. Don't do it. Okay. Some of you have been very much manipulated and you're tempted to accept, but fight for what you really want. Fight for what you know is meant to be. That's the only way you're going to get to your life purpose is if you fight. And honestly, quality over quantity means turning down more offers and gestures and proposals and invites and things and opportunities than accepting. That's for anybody, but especially for you. If you're not turning down more then you're accepting. That can be a problem unless you're just like fully aligned. That comes later on. That comes after you've already done the heavy lifting of turning down invites that you know are not meant for you. Then you'll start to get more frequent invites that are meant for you because you're in the right place, you're around the right people. But until then, you are going to be turning down a lot of invitations. You're going to be turning down a lot of invitations that are not right for you, projectors. You're going to be getting out of these third-party situations where you're just going with the flow. You're just like, I don't know what we're doing, but I'm here. No. You projectors are meant to guide. You're meant to guide the relationship. Once you are invited in, you're meant to guide for whatever you want in the dynamic, as far as like if you want a friendship, you're invited in as a friend, you guide that friendship. If you are invited in as romantic, you guide that relationship, right? The other person initiates the next level, unless you're both projectors. But you are supposed to be in a relationship that you want, like you know what you want out of it, and it should align with what they want too. So it should both align. It shouldn't be like they want one thing, you want one thing. That's not a correct relationship for projectors. It's whatever you want. You get invited into a scenario that is aligned with what you want. It's not you get into a scenario and then we figure it out together. No, you need to know what you want first. As much as you possibly can. I know sometimes that can change, but you know, that's a whole nother ball game. But anywho, so something is not the right time because you know that you have something else you need to accomplish. You have things you need to heal first. You know you want to be entrepreneur, so you can't really focus on making new friends right now. Or you know you need to let go of this relationship, so you know you can't really start anything new yet. You have to heal. You have to close one chapter before you can start another chapter. Okay? And this is kind of hard here for you. But whatever you want will manifest, projectors, as long as you are rejecting. You are meant to reject. You're meant to be very, very selective with what it is you exactly want. And that's so hard for projectors because you feel like, well, I waited so long for an invite. I got one, and it's not what you really want. It's a lose-lose because you take it. Yes, you get an invite. You take it. And you still end up unhappy because it's not what you really want, and you waste time. And then you get bitter and resentful, and that is hard to go away. Rather than if you just wait for the right invitations, you wait for what you really want, you turn down all the other stuff you don't want, and it makes you feel bad at first. But the more you accept invites that you don't want, the more you'll get them. The more you accept invites you do want, the faster you'll get. If you're like, oh, I never get invited, I never get recognized, I never da-da-da-da-da, probably because you're accepting all these other invitations. They're filling up your aura, and you have no room for the invites that you actually do want. You're just accepting every single thing. You have to investigate it. You have to really see if it's aligned with you. You have to ask questions. You have to be like, this is what I want. You know, what do you want? And those things. And then you'll be like, okay, no, yes, no, 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 yes, no, no. Then it'll soon be yes, 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 because you already put the energy out there that I only accept invitations that I want, that I like, that are aligned with me, that somebody wants what I want, not that I want what they want. If you always look at what somebody else wants, you'll always be resentful, you'll always be bitter because you will not be seen as your authentic self. Projectors are meant to show their authentic self and have other people invite them in because of what they're showing. If you're not being authentic, you will not ever feel seen because you are seen for what you project. People cannot see through you. You see through people. People cannot see through you. They see what you project outward. And if that is not authentic, then you will not be seen and you will be bitter. All right. So that's what we have for everybody for what we have for today, the Uranus Mars North Node conjunction. I hope everybody has an amazing week. Please stay safe. Please keep your head on your shoulders and just breathe. If you're going through it, you know, I hope we all get through this month and there's nothing chaotic. But obviously Uranus is a planet of shock and revelation and things unseen, expecting the unexpected. So I don't know what will happen to me. I don't know what happened to you, but we just hope for the best. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best? Something like that. But I hope we're all okay by the end of it, you know, and if not, it's for our highest good. So we just got to trust the process. So thank you all for watching. If this reading resonated for you, let me know down in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to my Patreon. Twitter, Instagram, where I will be for the month of August rather than on here. And I'm at Tarot by Bronx. BX knows best on everything.